Hey everybody, every year it seems like Sony consistently tops our list of must-have audio gear for remote workers with their wireless noise-canceling headphones, and this time, their new XM5 model is completely redesigned. Now, we strapped a pair to our noggins for a couple weeks so we could weigh in and offer you our impression on Sony's latest noise-canceling tech. The previous XM4 was super popular at audio device and it quickly became a leader in noise canceling after it debuted in 2020. Our previous Sony XM4 tips and tricks video even captured more than 200,000 views on YouTube, and while the name still hasn't changed much, there are big improvements to talk about. If you already own the XM4 or if you are considering noise canceling headphones like Apple's AirPods Max, Bowers & Wilkins PX7S2, Bose or Mark Levinson 5909s, and you're shopping for the right pair for you or even someone else, then this review will help you decide if the improvements are worth the upgrade. Keep in mind, when you buy from Audio Advice, not only do you get free shipping, lifetime support, and our price guarantee, you'll also receive our exclusive tips and tricks setup guide to get you up and running with your new XM5s in no time. With that said, let's not waste any time. Let's jump right in and check out what's new. In terms of looks, the new XM5 has been completely revamped. The XM5 comes in either black or silver, but an interesting change is the silver finish for the XM5 is softer compared to the XM4. Now, the XM4 featured shiny copper or gold accents around microphones and ventilation ports with the Sony logo on top of the ear cups, but the new XM5 skips all of these accents and embraces a more minimalistic design throughout. We like how the alterations give the headset an understated style that also makes it look like a totally different headphone. One important change I have to mention is the ear cups do not fold like they did in the previous version, and this might disappoint some users. Instead, the new XM5 features swiveling ear cups, which allows the headphones to lay flat on a desk. I actually like the change since the previous foldable design could be a little cumbersome or confusing to figure out at first. The XM5 also uses fewer plastics throughout the headphone's outer construction. Instead, Sony covered its redesigned headband with a very soft vegan leather material, which reduces the overall weight compared to the previous model. The headband structure is also thinner, lighter, and a lot more flexible than the XM4. There is no change to the placement of buttons, but the button that was labeled custom is now labeled NC Ambient. In the Sony Headphones app, you can reprogram this to toggle between noise canceling and transparency modes. You can also program it with a double or a triple press to quickly access built-in services such as playing or changing Spotify playlists, and we'll show you how to get this set up in our new Sony XM5 tips and tricks video, so be sure to check that out after watching this. There is still a headphone jack on the left ear cup and a USB-C port for charging the battery on the right ear cup. In the box, Sony includes a 3.5mm stereo mini plug cable and a short USB Type-A to USB-C charging cable. Also bundled with the package is a new soft shell travel case that has been redesigned for the Sony XM5's new form. The redesigned case is collapsible to help save some space when it's in your bag, and it does a pretty good job protecting the headphones too. In terms of comfort, the XM5 weighs less than 9 ounces, or just slightly over half a pound, which is only about 0.07 ounces lighter than the previous model. After about an hour of wearing them, pressure on top of the head was noticeably distributed around the ears more evenly compared to the previous XM4, and this helped reduce pressure points for longer periods of listening. While we had no issue with the comfort level of the previous XM4, there was significantly less pressure on top of the head with the redesign, which really surprised me. This is because more pressure has been transferred directly to the ear pads from the XM5's headband structure, which is exactly what you want when redesigning a headphone to feel more comfortable. The ear cup chambers in the XM5 are also larger, which provided some extra surface area around my ears. Having slightly larger ear cups also meant there was a little bit more room inside the ear cup chamber for my ears to stay cooler for longer. Now, the XM5's new pressure relieving foam padding is a lot thicker, softer, and more plush than the previous XM4. We noticed the soft ear pads provided a better seal than before, which is a nice bonus for noise canceling headphones. The headband is also padded with this really supple cushioning, which provided a pliable, relaxed fit against the sides of my head. I also like the way the new vegan leather felt against my skin. It's a tad bit cooler. I think all of this combined to a lighter, cooler, and an even more secure fit compared to the previous version. Now, Sony truly excels with their noise cancellation tech, but there's more to unpack that contributes to Sony's popularity. We'll start with the features that carry over from the previous model to get the new XM5. You'll still get 30 hours of continuous music playback time with active noise cancellation on and 40 hours when ANC is off. If you use the headset for taking calls, you'll get about 24 hours of use with ANC turned on and 32 hours with ANC off. Once the headphones die, you now get 3 hours of use from just a quick 3-minute charge, which is just awesome. The personal noise cancellation optimization feature also remains unchanged. This takes a series of readings inside and outside your headset for noise cancellation that's dynamically tailored for you and your surroundings. This helps balance the atmospheric pressure, and it also reduces the sucking effect that's typical in noise canceling headphones. So I appreciate seeing it again in the new XM5. There is a proximity sensor that senses when you are wearing the headphones so that music pauses or resumes based on the wearing status. When you take the headphones off, for example, the XM5 will pause the audio source for you, and if you don't put the headphones back on, they'll automatically power off after about 15 minutes or so. This is not only convenient, it also helps conserve the battery. Now, Sony's cool quick attention mode is still here as well, allowing you to place your hand right on the ear cup to automatically duck the volume of the music down to let ambient noise in. Now, this is useful as it enables you to have a quick conversation and then go right back to whatever you were listening to before just by removing your hand. Now, on the XM4s, you had the option to reconfigure the touch controls to immediately pull up Google Assistant or Alexa from your smartphone. You can still do this with the XM5s, but now you can set up Google Assistant or Alexa to activate via a voice command wake word. The setup requires a one-time change through Sony's Headphones Connect app, and our tips and tricks video will walk you through some of that setup too. One of the most exciting features that came to the previous XM4 was a hands-free version of Quick Attention that paused your music when it detected you were speaking, and we are really glad to see Sony's Speak to Chat feature offered up again in the new XM5. It had a few quirks in the previous model in my experience, but we were really happy to see it's a lot more stable in the XM5. Now there's the latest and greatest Bluetooth 5.2 spec, which is the most reliable version of Bluetooth available, and it opens up the door for connecting two devices over Bluetooth at once. Sony calls this feature multi-point connectivity. This was also offered in the XM4, and it means you can connect these with two devices at the same time. Now, this allows the XM5 to automatically pause music playing on your laptop and switch over to the incoming call on your phone without removing the headphones or fumbling with Bluetooth settings. And this feature also works a lot more reliably on the XM5. Okay, now for some of the new features. Multi-point connectivity works with other devices now, so you can Bluetooth these with compatible Sony TVs, switch to your phone, and then back to your TV again. You'll need a Sony WH-1000XM4 wireless transmitter connected to a Sony Bravia XR TV, but this will let you experience 360 reality audio and Dolby Atmos content with your TV and the headphones. According to Sony, the XM5s recreate the ideal arrangement of phantom speakers all around you through their 360 reality audio tech to give you an immersive Dolby Atmos experience. We haven't tested this yet, but it's pretty cool to know you can be immersed in the scene and feel like you're in the heart of the action when you pair up the XM5s with Sony's other products. You can now say OK Google or Alexa to activate your preferred voice assistant. This lets you get information, set reminders, listen to music, and hear notifications. You can even control the headphones features, listen to emails in Microsoft Outlook, and join Microsoft Teams meetings using Google Assistant or Siri. If you are a Windows user, there's now fast pairing with either Google or your PC. Google's fast pairing lets you find your headphones if they become lost by playing a tone using the Google Find My Device app, which is pretty cool. The wireless range has been extended to almost 33 feet, so you have plenty of range to walk away from your audio source and still wear your Sony XM5s. Speaking of music sources, Sony XM5 supports Sony's high-res LDAC codec, and you can also get Sony's DC Extreme, which automatically upscales compressed music files and restores the frequencies lost during compression. These features are all very cool, but one of the biggest changes for the new XM5 is the redesigned 30mm driver. Interestingly, the drivers in the new XM5 are physically smaller than the 40mm drivers in the XM4's. But Sony tells us the redesign delivers a more refined and well-rounded soundstage. According to Sony, the new XM5 drivers are specially designed to enhance musical detail with noise canceling and ambient pass-through modes turned on, and these are made from a lighter, more rigid carbon fiber that actually does move quicker and more accurately to deliver more high-frequency detail with lower distortion. The result is a clearer, more balanced soundstage overall, without the extra bass emphasis you got from the previous XM4s. However, the wide range of frequencies from 4 Hz to 40 kHz and the premium sound remains unchanged. The XM5 now has 8 microphones, all controlled by 2 high-performance processors, so the XM5 will capture more of your voice and the outside world with even better noise-canceling performance than it did previously. This is the most important feature when shopping for a noise-canceling headphone or considering upgrading to this new model, in my opinion. At AudioAdvice, this is the feature we are the most excited about, so we put Sony's improved noise-canceling tech to the test in the next section. Now, we wanted to know how well the XM5 improved the noise cancellation and quality of phone calls, so we compared it with the XM4. We used them in a variety of scenarios like walking the dogs, driving, crossing the street in a bustling downtown, and at the office. We used them for working out, and we were impressed with the XM5's noise canceling performance in every scenario. In terms of low frequency cancellation, like the low end rumble on an airplane or even the sound of a train passing by, both performed extremely well, but we give a slight edge to the new XM5 here. The low end hum while riding in a car was noticeably canceled out much better with the XM5. There was also a clear difference in performance when it came to noises in the higher frequencies. When we were out and about in a noisy city environment with sirens and honking cars and people chattering, we were impressed by how well the XM5 canceled these types of sounds compared to its predecessor. Wearing the XM5 in this type of environment was like being in a private world all of your own. Overall, the active noise cancellation and the XM5 did a much better job of canceling out higher and lower frequencies compared to the previous model, which is really surprising. In the office, the XM5s allowed us to switch back and forth between music playing on our laptops and the audio from incoming phone calls more seamlessly than with the XM4. Pairing between devices was snappier and the connection performed more reliably. During hands-free phone calls, customers told us clarity and definition of our voices on the calls were slightly better isolated when using the XM5 versus the XM4. There are now 4 beamforming dedicated voice capturing microphones in the XM5, so it's nice to know this made somewhat of a difference here. But it was the improvement in reliability that truly freed up our hands to work more efficiently and talk at the same time more than anything else. People also told us the reduction of background noises was better during calls. This was particularly useful in our open office setting, but it also performed well whenever important phone calls came in while walking on a busy street, bustling with sounds everywhere. Overall, the additional mics allowed customers on the other end to hear us more clearly without interference from background noises. Now, we noticed the new XM5 let us also exercise longer without having to take as many breaks for our ears to cool off. If you like wearing noise-canceling headphones to help you stay in the zone, then this will be a very nice improvement for you. As a bonus, the secure fit from larger ear pads and a lightweight, flexible headband created a significantly better ceiling experience compared to the XM4. Sound simply stayed locked inside, and the clamping force from a lighter and more flexible headband prevented outside noise from entering into the ear cups. Not only did this improve the listening experience, but the tighter ceiling condition improved the passive noise isolation too. Now, it's hard to imagine Sony's world-class noise cancellation tech could get any better, but somehow it improves with every generation of these headphones. This time, the improvements have raised the bar even higher. Sony constantly listens to user feedback from previous owners, and they truly delivered everything we were hoping for in the new Mark V edition. It's hard to believe, but these noise-canceling headphones really are even better. The XM5's low end is still full and well-defined, but it is better balance with less distortion overall. This change may not appeal to people who really appreciate bass-heavier music, but I personally prefer the clarity of details since they just sound so good on more types of music. The mid-range is warm and punchy, and the highs are just as exciting as they were in the XM4. Plus, the 8 microphones on board combined with Sony's groundbreaking processing takes Sony's noise-canceling performance, call quality, and ambient noise reduction to the next levels. Overall, the XM4 was already the most fun to use noise-canceling headphone we had ever tried, but the new XM5 is even better. For the same price as its predecessor, we think the new design is a lot more than a worthy successor. If you use noise-canceling headphones to do any kind of work, I think the improvements in stability and reliability more than pays for itself. Many of us here at AudioVice are using these to help us focus at the office and at home. All right, that wraps up our take on the Sony XM5. I hope this quick review has given you some insight about this new noise canceling model. To learn more about the XM5, be sure to check out our full review. And if you are thinking about updating your on-the-go music setup, be sure to check out audiovice.com, where you'll find more reviews just like this, product comparisons, and our blog where you can browse our tips and tricks how-to videos. We offer free shipping, a price guarantee, and lifetime support on any products you purchase from AudioVice. If you have any questions or you want more info about the XM5, be sure to give us a call, chat with us, or just stop into one of our award-winning showrooms and we'll be happy to help you out. Thanks for watching. If you've enjoyed this video, please be sure to give it a like and subscribe to our channel so you never miss the latest home audio and home theater content. We'll see you next time.